iPadOS 26 might be the update we've all been waiting for, and Apple is calling this one a game changer. Today, I'll go over the features that make the iPad feel like a Mac, including the new windowing system, updated Files app, and that liquid glass design. So let's dive right in. Okay, the biggest new feature in iPadOS 26 is multitasking. You can now open multiple app windows, resize them, and arrange them however you like. This means you're no longer limited to full screen apps. And for the first time, this will be available on any iPad running iPadOS 26, including the regular iPad and iPad mini. Settings now has 3 options under multitasking and gestures. Full screen apps is the one we're all used to. Only one app can be used at a time, and they'll take up the entire screen. Stage Manager, which I never use, keeps your apps front and center, and your recently used apps are off to the left side. And the newest one, Windowed Apps, gives your iPad a more desktop-like experience. Each app has a little drag handle in the bottom right corner. Just tap and hold that, and your app can be resized to your liking. You can even drag the edges or corners to resize. No more preset window sizes. Tap and holding the top lets you move the window around, and it'll automatically snap to the corners or hide the dock. And what's nice is that iPadOS 26 remembers your previous window size and position. iPadOS 26 also adds a pointier cursor and the traffic light controls. The cursor is more precise than a dot, and if you quickly move it back and forth, it'll grow just like on a Mac. When you move the cursor to the top left, you'll see familiar controls. Here, you can close the windows, minimize, or expand them to full screen. And if you hover over the green arrows, there's new tiling options. You have split screen, thirds, and quadrants. And when you select one, your open apps will automatically fill the screen. Since the iPad is touch-based, you can flick windows to the left or right to enter split view, and a drag handle in the middle lets you resize them. Do note that slide over is gone, but you can have long, narrow apps stacked on top of each other and use Expose to view them all. When you have multiple apps open, a swipe up will move them to the side. Now you can add a new one from the dock or app library, or swipe again to minimize everything. Another Mac-inspired feature is the menu bar. Just move the cursor or swipe down from the top of the screen and you see a familiar layout. It's not as detailed as a Mac, but it gives you quick access to controls like File, Edit, View, and more. With app windows, a real cursor, and a menu bar, it's like Apple checked off the most requested features and added them to iPadOS 26. Alright, the Files app got a big update. It's not exactly like Finder on macOS, but it's pretty similar. You can now add folders to the dock. Just drag one from the Files app and drop it near the right side. You can also right-click a folder and go to Add to Dock. When you click on it, your files will fan out for easy dragging and dropping between apps. And similar to macOS, there's an option to view files as a grid or sort them by name, date modified, or kind. One neat trick I recently did was add the iCloud Downloads folder to the dock on iPadOS and macOS. Then I changed all the file download locations to here. Now every time I add a file or create a new folder, they'll sync across all of my devices. Some things like AirDrop use the default Downloads folder, so I created an alias to the iCloud one, and I can drag the files to there. Folders have customization options like different colors and emojis. When you right-click a folder and select Customize Folder and Tags, a pop-up window will appear. Tags will allow you to change the color like red, yellow, blue, and the whole folder color will update. Underneath tags are various icons from people, to animals and nature, to food and drinks. There are also 2 icons on the bottom. Clear resets the folder to its default state, and Emoji lets you pick any one instead of the icons. And of course, iCloud folders will sync across your Apple devices. Certain file types can also be opened with the new default app. Right-click a file, then choose Get Info. In the row that says Always Open With, you can pick a new app. Also, if you use List View, the columns are resizable and the folders are collapsible. For PDFs, Apple is bringing Preview to the iPad and it works just like on a Mac. You can sign them with the Apple Pencil or use autofill to complete text fields. And for pictures, there's editing tools like markup, resizing, and exporting. iPadOS 26 also enables background tasks. So whether you're downloading a large file in Safari or exporting a video in Final Cut Pro, you can exit the app and the task will appear as a live activity. You'll be able to see the progress or stop it completely. The all-new windowing system and updated Files app are enough for me, but iPadOS 26 adds more features that are also available on iOS and macOS. I have a separate video all about iOS 26, so I'll leave it in the cards and link it in the description box below, but I'll quickly go through them. Messages will support backgrounds for each conversation, and polls can be created in group chats. Screening tools will filter unknown numbers or spam, and contact posters have a fresh new look. Battery settings will show you daily usage, and it'll warn you if you're using more than usual, but there's no estimated charging time or adaptive power mode. When your AirPods are fully charged, you'll receive a notification right on the lock screen. The Photos app received an updated layout with 2 tabs, Library and Collections, and the Music app will support auto-mix for a nice transition, as well as lyrics translation and pronunciation. If you're using an external mic, an audio input selector can be found in Control Center. Each app can have a different mic, and voice isolation will also be supported. Calculator will have 3D graphs and math notes. Notes has a new read pen for calligraphy. Apple Intelligence can automatically translate messages and calls, and the home bar will only appear for about 2 seconds. If you haven't noticed by now, iPadOS 26 has a new design called Liquid Glass. At the time of this recording, I'm currently on Beta 3, and Apple toned down the transparency compared to their website and keynote. The lock screen can have the time adapt to your wallpaper and notifications, and that glass edge when you swipe up still reflects and refracts your content. The home screen has updated icons and widgets, but my favorite is this new clear look. Even Control Center and Tab Bar were redesigned. In addition to Preview, Apple is also adding 3 new apps: Phone, Journal, and Games. Phone lets you make and receive calls, and the UI shows your favorites, recents, and contact info. And just like iPhone, there'll be call screening and hold assist. The Journal app is the same as iPhone, but is optimized for the larger display with Apple Pencil support. There's also a Games app that shows your recently played games and friendly challenges in one place. From multitasking to productivity to a new design, iPadOS 26 feels like Apple listened to our feedback. Now I wonder if the iPad Pro can replace a Mac. Let me know if you want me to try the iPad-only challenge in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!